Good day, ladies and gentlemen. And today we're going to be jumping into some Quake 2. You know, it's kind of strange to think that back in the 90s, there's all kinds of stuff about, people getting cyberized. You know, you had Cyberpunk 2077, it was 2020. 2077 was just too far into the future. Then you had the Borg, and then you had this, and then you had a really shitty movie. Well, it wasn't that shitty. Then you had like Quake Zero, which was the movie Virus with Jamie Lee Curtis, which basically is just the Shrog, but if they got beamed to a Russian ship in the 90s. Alright, so this is the first of the Quake 2 mission packs. This is back when you had expansion packs, which is like DLC, only better. And hello, Neji. Oh yeah, RoboCop, that's another example. But I always consider RoboCop more of an 80s thing. I really love these remastered cutscenes. It's one of those things where I was kind of an idiot thinking like, what does Night Dive need to remaster this? I mean, you know, we could just mod the PC originals. It never occurred to me like, oh yeah, this is like way easier to play. But whatever. I'd like to see more of the Quake 2 universe just because there's so much here. You know, like, how did humanity invent these drop pods? You know, how did we survive, you know, the Strog War? We kind of see that in like enemy territory Quake Wars, but I want more. I want more Quake 2 goodness. So yeah, this is still very 90s, even though we've got 3D graphics. It's basically just we crash and we shoot a lot of robots. We shoot all the robots. Okay, let me move the window here so I can actually see the chat. There we go. I'm doing all right, Neji. It's just another Saturday upon us. And I don't remember Quake 2 being that hard to get running, but then again, I am a computer guy, so what's easy for me may not be easy for everyone else. I will say this though, back in the 90s, I could never get these expansion packs to work, because I had this expansion pack, the second one, Ground Zero. Somebody actually told me that I used the wrong art for the thumbnail. Oops! Apparently I forgot how to read. So, yeah, I went back and fixed that, but I never get the expansions to work. It was only until, like, the future that I managed to do that. And now, thankfully, we have the remaster, and you just, you know, select the maps, and that's it. It starts off a little weird, because you're fighting, like, melee enemies. And yeah, Quake 1 and 2, well, Quake 2 wasn't even supposed to be a Quake game. They just couldn't come up with a better title, so they just recycled Quake, which I guess works. Really, Quake 1 and 2 have nothing to do with one another, which is kind of sad, I suppose. The id Software layoffs. Apparently, they're still got enough staff. I don't want id Software to die because new id has made me very happy. I've been playing a lot of the Doom the Dark Ages DLC, Revelations. Flint Haggart is now the official name of the Doom guy. Yes, really. From that novelization from 1995, that's canon, Lieutenant Weems is canon, and Fox Company is now official canon. So suck it, detractors. It's just like Yautja. Yautja is canon now. Accept it. Accept it all. So yeah, now I want id Software to survive. Because like, yeah. Flint Haggart, they kept the name. Obviously, the continuity is a little different, you know, because it's set now in 2044 instead of, like, 2100, but I don't care. It still works. And it works good. I didn't even know you could turn off the hit markers. Oh, man, and robots. I'll touch on that in a minute. RoboCop is still getting an Amazon TV show reboot. No, it's gonna be terrible. If we're lucky, it'll just be as bad as that shitty Mortal Kombat 2021 movie where they introduce some new character named like, you know, Frank or Carl or something instead of, you know, Alex Murphy. Because, like, the garbage 2021 Mortal Kombat movie introduced Cole Roberts or something. Some generic-ass character that nobody cared about. And, of course, he was killed off immediately in Mortal Kombat 2. Uh-oh, spoilers for everyone's favorite Mortal Kombat character. It sounds like a little like Turok, I suppose. I didn't even know you could turn off the hit markers, though. Kid's engine team is fucked. Damn it. I guess that means it's gonna be fucking Unreal Tournament or some shit now. Ugh. Well, who knows? Maybe things will improve if Revelations does well. Ugh. The flashback levels, there's the whole game of that. Yeah, the flashback levels aren't bad. I've only played one so far, just because, well, I have been playing a lot of the game. I haven't really gotten that far. I got through the, I got the first of the memory stones or whatever. I like how I like a lot about Revelations, mainly because it feels like that should have been the main plot. It's like Doom Guy gets captured by the Hell Council and has to relive his memories. Like, that's a lot better than just generic Hell Knight or whatever, like Azarak. It's kind of generic. The bloom, the enemies were glowing. Huh. Oh yeah, QuakeCon. I keep forgetting QuakeCon even exists. I've never been, just because I'm not a big multiplayer guy. I thought about going like 1 year and then just never made it. So, oops. The 93 shotgun, yep, you do get that one in the flashback. It even has the same sound effect too, which I thought was pretty neat. So yeah, Quake 2 has always been my favorite of all the id Software games of the 90s. I just love the overall aesthetic, the music. You can actually, with the original disc, put it into your CD drive and actually rip the music off of there. I remember the first time I did that, I was like, oh my god, I'm a hacker. It's like, this is my favorite kind of music. I mean, this is good-ass shit here. I mean, Sonic Mayhem, I'm sure they're all in their 50s now, but man, they did so good. Use the shotty in the main game. I didn't know you could do that yet. Well, I guess I haven't gotten that far. Yeah, you would not want to be a cyborg today. Like, if we ever got the technology to, like, get, like, cybernetic arms or legs or anything, I don't think so. I think I'd rather be like, you know, the Imperium in 40K where they have, like, genetic treatments. Because, like, I'd like to, like, regrow my teeth or regrow, like, lost limbs or something. I really don't want to have, like, a computer chip in my brain. I mean, just look at Deus Ex Human Revolution for that. I mean, I would never trust any kind of brain implant. It's kind of like, The Matrix. The Matrix looks like a cool concept, and that probably makes a lot more sense than, say, a holodeck would. You just plug your brain into the computer, but, like, I don't want to have my brain overwritten with, like, loyalty protocols or, like, government obeyance directives or some shit. I do not want that. I do not want that at all. And you know they do it. I think they're gonna have a boogaloo on their hands if ever they try to force people to get chipped. I mean, already people are fighting against flock cameras. In my city alone, they're smashing them down. It's like, yes, smash them all down. The justification for our flock camera is like, oh, stolen cars can be found easier and such. Like, it's one of those things, if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. It's like, yeah, tell me another one. I sincerely hope the flock camera goes the way of the red light camera. It's all a bunch of unconstitutional twaddle is what it is. Oh, what a bastard. It's gonna drop down on my head. I like how the little, like, flying bastard has, like, blades on it. But yeah, talking about robots, though, I sat through a movie last night called The Companion. I randomly came across the trailer, and it looked like it'd be pretty good. It looked like a halfway decent horror movie. And the less you know about it, the better. But I'll go ahead and spoil if you don't care, because I spoiled myself on it and still like the movie despite already knowing what's going to happen. But The Companion is basically a modern-day interpretation of, like, the movie Her. The movie Her is basically where Joaquin Phoenix falls in love with his phone. Already happening, only 12 years later. But I hope 12 years later we don't have sex robots. And that's basically the twist of Companion. The main character is a sex robot. And the movie itself shows, like, how bad a sex robot would be. I really hope we don't get sex bots. I really hope we don't, because I feel bad for the sex robots. So basically the movie, The Companion, is basically about a sex robot that is, well, horribly abused by the sex robot owner, which is a complete and total loser. I mean, the character is a loser by every metric. You know, uses a lot of, like, emotional manipulation tactics, deliberately nerfs the sex robot's intelligence. And of course, the loser villain is basically just a guy who wants to like kill somebody to take their money, and then use the sex robot to act as a patsy. So yeah, and of course the whole plot is the sex robot's trying to escape from the abusive boyfriend and not get killed and not get, you know, framed for murder. It's good stuff, but the whole concept of the sex robot, I mean, it's like you have losers today who already see females as basically sex robots themselves, and they already treat the Whammons terribly. Imagine if they have a machine they can abuse at any time they want. That's just, I don't think so. Scanning dog robots, yeah, that's pretty creepy. Oh yeah, Detroit Become Human. I forgot all about that. That's not my kind of game, so I never played it. But yeah, the poor sex robot. I feel so bad for her. Her name is Iris, which, if you're a Flash fan, that's Flash's wife. So like, yeah, you kind of feel bad for that particular character. Like, at first, the robots don't know they're robots. And then like the evil abusive boyfriend, like, yeah, you're just a robot, you gotta do what I say. It's like, you know this stuff would happen. You know it would. It's just, we don't need, like, it depends on like how smart some of these robots would be. Like in the movie, the robots are fully sapient, so basically it's slavery. And I know it might sound strange for a southerner to say it, but slavery's bad, you know, slavery's wrong, and you shouldn't like enslave other sapient beings. So yeah, already you got like a lot of moral issues with that. But the idea that you could just like control another sapient being for like your sexual gratification, that's just, you know, people want it. I don't think there's gonna be like a human extinction because of like sex robots if they ever are viable, because there's gonna be enough normal people still having, you know, kids, and it's just gonna be the shit stains that are going to be out competed by the non shit stains, or at least the ones that know how to like enjoy sexy time with the females. Yeah, they did have sex robots in Westworld. Yeah, it was actually a lot grosser if I'm not mistaken. Man, I haven't seen Westworld in years. Human women with brain chips? Yeah, that's a common sci-fi thing. And yeah, I'll tell you this, like for me, I would never want a robot, because like that takes all the fun out of it, to be frank. Like the whole point of like getting together with somebody. Okay, who's blowing up my phone and why? Okay, I'll check that later. It's not an emergency. You can wait till after the stream. Oh, okay, Darth. There you are. And we got Darth Chico in the house tonight.
Yep, here I am.
So yeah, sex robots, yay or nay?
I
don't know how much of the stream you've heard, because I was talking about the companion.
Probably about the last 30 seconds.
Okay, so to catch you up, I was talking about the movie called Companion, came out last year. It's about a sex robot who's treated like shit by her abusive boyfriend. The abusive boyfriend wants to use the sex robot as a patsy so he can murder a Russian person. We don't know if the Russian person's bad or not. And use her as a patsy so she gets like destroyed.
Oh, okay. Fascinating.
And yes, Cyrus, that's exact. But like, it's basically a movie talking about like the concept of the sex robot. I'm sure you've heard about that like on the news and such, about how they're becoming closer and closer to viability.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen some that have basically come to almost full operation, I want to say.
Yeah, for me, I like sex robots are just kind of worthless. I mean, the whole point of wanting to get together with somebody is you want somebody to actually, you know, be into you because they like you instead of all others, you know, that sort of thing. Instead of just being programmed to like you. The movie also has, it's an A21 movie, so it's not woke, but, come on, go, I'm drowning. It's an A21 movie, so it's not necessary. So you might think it could be woke, but it's not. But it does have an LBD whatever couple in it, and yes, one of them is a robot. But it's done very tastefully though. The couple's not annoying. They don't just have, you know, pandering.
Yeah, that's fair.
And honestly, the heavyset Dennis Nedry looking guy, who also is one of the LBDs, is probably my favorite character that is not the sex robot. So he's one of the few characters that's actually smart. He actually grabs a gun. It's like, hey, you know, if you got like murders going around, you probably want a rifle, a pistol rather.
You definitely want a firearm to fight back.
Yeah. But the important thing about, like, as an aside from the sex robot, like the LBD whatever couple is done in a very tasteful way, and it's not like just played for like pandering. It's just a regular couple, which you would think they would like, but most of the wokies can't do that.
No, definitely not.
So I was very impressed by that whole movie, all around. Very good horror movie. Blade Runner 2049 had a take on the cyber girlfriend concept. Yeah, A24 Studios, that's the one. Ooh, one of the funny things though is like the bad guy, the abusive boyfriend, learns that his sex robot is basically watching everything he does and is saving it on an internal SSD. Uh-ohs.
That's a little bit too creepy for me.
Yeah. So, yeah, you don't want a sex robot, because then they'll report all your shady dealings. So if you're talking about overthrowing the state central security directorate, she might mark on you.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this, though. The Iris character, which is the sex robot, definitely my type. Any girl that has, like, short brown hair and is a little dangerous, oh yes, that gets me very interested.
Fair enough.
Like, give me somebody who's aggressive. Based robots, I can deal with that. HK-47, we will grant him full humanity.
Imagine
yes,
HK-47 is the sex robot.
Oh my. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, one other good thing about the sex robot is she doesn't want to wipe out humanity. She just doesn't want to get killed, which I like. Because I don't imagine every single robot would want to just, like, kill humanity.
No.
I'm sure some would, but not all of them.
I could definitely see them wanting to escape their situation, possibly, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's why some of those X-Men comics were kind of dumb. It's where, like, Magneto wants to basically wipe out human civilization, but how many regular humans that weren't, like, you know, Antifa psychopaths would want to go from, like, air-conditioned homes to a mud hut? Because that's what happens when civilization falls. Like, you live in a mud hut and farm for the rest of your life and die at 40 from dysentery. Because just because you can shoot lasers out of your eyes does not mean that you won't die from dysentery.
No, definitely not.
Unless, like, your superpower is, like, you don't get diarrhea. That's your only superpower, is you can never get diarrhea.
I'd be pretty good with that. Diarrhea is very unpleasant.
Yeah, but, like, that'd be kind of lame. You got a guy who can shoot lasers out of his eyes, a guy who can, like, set shit on fire. You can drink contaminated water. I guess that might be useful, but it's still kind of lame.
Yeah, they just use you to clear out just gallons upon gallons of just horribly infected water.
Yeah.
Like that.
I don't know that the birth rate is declining, Cyrus. I think that's just a YouTube thing, you know? It's like, the birth rate's declining, oh my god! Could you actually go out and... Are you going?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you go out in public, it's like, that birth rate ain't declining. There's a shitload of people out there.
Yeah, I think it's only in certain areas. I know I think it's like South Korea, they've been having a tough time trying to get their youth to actually, you know, group up, as it were.
Yeah, for me it's like, I know it's statistics, but I remember the old Samuel Clemens quote of, like, there's lies, damn lies, and then statistics, so.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that's just a psyop where they're like, oh yeah, there's not enough people, so we need to bring in, never mind, you know?
We need y'all to get jiggy with it.
Yeah. And yes, that waypoint marker is really good because some of these levels get really confusing. Especially when you have to go through like multiple exits to get anywhere. But this is a pretty good port. Let's see. Boys want a Daphne, real men want a Velma. When I was a boy, I liked Velma quite a bit. Wait, when I was a boy. Uh-oh. Did I transition? That'd be a very ugly woman. It's Ma'am! It's General Ma'am!
In some of the later cartoons, they made Velma more thick.
They did at that, but even back in like the 90s when I was watching the 70s ones, like I always liked her a lot more than Daphne. I thought she was fucking hot. Well, as hot as, you know, a kid would find somebody, I suppose, but...
Oh, yeah.
I always have been attracted to brainy females. That's the only ones I've ever dated, so... You know, Agnostic, there actually is a superhero that does have a power very similar to that. They don't have diarrhea as a superpower, but they have flatulence as a superpower. It's a classic 90s movie called Mystery Men. Paul Rubens plays a character named The Spleen.
The Spleen.
Yeah, and literally his power is like he can direct his flatulence anywhere and knock people out because it smells so bad. Like legitimately, that is in the movie, and it's funny as hell.
I feel like that's my typical Tuesday at work.
Oh my!
I'm kidding.
He was cursed by a gypsy woman. He who smelt it would forever dealt it. It's a classic. Like, if you've never seen Mystery Men, you gotta watch it. It's the greatest superhero parody of, like, all time.
Oh, what's that? Is that the same movie where they... it's basically like Scary Movie, but with, you know, superheroes?
No, that's technically Superhero Movie.
Oh.
That came out in 2000. Yeah, they came out in 2008. Superhero movie's not bad. It's got Leslie Nielsen in it, and he's always hilarious.
Yes.
And hello, Riley.
I miss the talents of Leslie Nielsen.
You know, he wasn't always a comedic actor. He just didn't want to play people's grandfather, so he transitioned to comedy after having a really big career in drama. In fact, he was the first Captain Kirk. By which I mean he wasn't actually Captain Kirk, but he played a character similar to, but legally distinct from, Captain Kirk. The movie was Forbidden Planet, and he played the captain in that, and that is Captain Kirk Zero right there. And it is a damn fine movie. It's aged really well. I even got a model of the C-57D Star Cruiser, which is a stereotypical flying saucer. And yeah, superhero movie is pretty good. And Mel from Overwatch right time. Maxine from Balak. I never heard of that. And so talking about like sexy women, although not necessarily in a good way. Been watching more Goblin Slayer. Maybe we can read the novels. I like it so much. So season 1 of Goblin Slayer is pretty good. But season 2 of Goblin Slayer is also pretty okay. But it becomes a generic anime with like happy dappy stuff of like frolicking in an onsen. Yes, really.
Frolicking in an onsen, okay.
It's like it goes from like all this hardcore shit to that. And there's still hardcore shit in it. The goblins literally use crucified women, yes, really, as human shields. It's so weird. But the main thing is like there's all this cheesecake that's also weird because the TV show explicitly says one of the characters is 15 years old. And so it's explicit in that's the age of the character. I'm like, should we really be sexualizing, you know, yeah. Why? I know it's Japan. I guess I don't know what the age of consent is in Japan. I'm sure Movie Blob would be very happy with it, but it's just so not good, you know?
I have no clue. I'm not even going to research it because I don't want to know.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not good, but But yeah, it's just so weird they have that. But at the same time, it's a good anime. Like, they explore Goblin Slayer's character. He starts to open up as time goes on. But then it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna sexualize this 15-year-old girl for some reason. And when I say sexualized, I mean like the camera zooms in lovingly on all of her assets. And it's like, no, please no. It's just... Oh yeah,
They,
go on. No, go on.
apparently they had changed it. I don't know how many years ago, but it was 13. Now it is
What?
16. Yeah.
That's not... What the fuck is with these people?
I have no clue. But it's now up to 16, which is something.
That's progress, I guess. Weird. And yeah, the jump attack is really annoying. Test tube babies. They could try, but I don't know. It's the government. They do everything wrong.
Test tube babies? Ugh, yuck, no.
I don't know, Japan can still be tough. They got aircraft carriers that they disguise as helicopter carrying destroyers, so they're not all completely weak, but still though, they should have a better age of consent than, you know, like Yemen or whatever. You'd think, but I don't know. And also all the female characters in Goblin Slayer really want to jump on Goblin Slayer's Goblin. He's got like 3 separate love interests that really want to jump on his Slayer. You got the 15-year-old girl, gross. You have his childhood friend who should be the same age he is. So Goblin Slayer is supposed to be like 20. At least that's what he is in the novel. Or the novels, I should say. So that's not as bad. Then there's like the receptionist at the Adventurers Guild, who I would assume is, you know, of legal age. And then there's the elf, who wants to jump on his Slayer too. It's like, man, Goblin Slayer be getting all the women, I guess.
Reminds me of interspecies reviewers.
Pretty much. But yeah, I don't know why the thing is, like, look, in the real world, age gap relationships do exist. But when they have like a character that's like 15 and they sexualize her, you know it's because the showrunners are, you know, degenerates.
Oh yeah.
All I can say is, like, if you want to watch Goblin Slayer with like a girlfriend or something, it's gonna be a little awkward. Just a little.
Yeah.
It's not quite as bad as, say, a Game of Thrones. But it's just like, come on, Japan, you could have made this a nice, clean anime and it would be fun. Instead, you got weird-ass shit like that. Because it basically is a nice, clean anime until they do that. I mean, 1 minute, Goblin Slayer's like fighting a giant, like, sauropod, Mokele Mbimbe or whatever. And then you got Cheesecake. It's like, why? Just keep it where he fights things and explores his character.
Like cheesecake, the actual food, right?
Okay, cheesecake is a term used by weebs to refer to as T and A. You know, like where they zoom in on like a chick's T and A. You know what I mean?
Oh, so fan service.
Yeah. Otherwise known as the cheesecake. I don't know why they call it cheesecake. I don't make the rules, man. I just work.
I thought you were talking about the delicious dessert.
No. It's... Well, look, so long as the character is of legal age, that is a dessert. They said eat. They didn't mean it quite like that. So, I mean, you're not wrong, Silverwings. Like, the Goblin Slayer's childhood friend, who should be the same age he is pretty hot. But has a really annoying voice. I would never listen to any of this anime in, like, English. But the Japanese voice actress gives her, like, that annoying, like, girly voice, which I can't stand.
Oh.
I fucking hate that. Once again, I know why they do it, because they're fucking, you know, I think I got back after getting shot in the face with a shotgun. But anyway, I know why they do it, because they're all perverted, but whatever.
Sounds about right.
What a samurai from 1100 would think if you traveled to today. I think you'd be very happy that toilets existed. See, like, they might have a problem with, like, some of the cultural things, but when you go from, like, drinking nasty-ass, like, shit water to drinking, like, good water and not shitting yourself to death, pretty much anything bad kind of just falls by the wayside.
Probably would love air conditioning.
Exactly.
Stuff of that nature.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like, people always talk about, like, farming life and such, you know, but, like, people move to the cities for a reason, because that was better than working on the farm. Do you take somebody from, like, you take a medieval peasant and put him in today, and he'd be like, oh, thank you so much. I don't have to die in the winter. Yeah, people forget how shitty things used to be. Ooh, it's a kick-ass track. Man, Halo 2. Halo 2 does have a good soundtrack, but Quake 2, it is like the sickest soundtrack in any first-person shooter. Like, oh. And that is like one of the creepier enemies in this game. The demented Wallies.
Oh. I remember you talking about them in your review.
Yeah, the ones with the weird binocular-like eyes. I'm down to 10 health. But if I type in give health, I'm now up to 100 health. Uh-oh, did General Lotz just cheat? Yeah, better believe it. Oh yeah, Mothership Zeta. I actually modded that to where you could control the mothership and use it to like teleport around the map. And he basically made all those guys like crew members. There's a really neat little submission where you had to get the teleporter working, and you got teleported to Oblivion, the game. Oh, you bastard!
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was a really well done mod. Like, legitimately well done. Well, Samurai actually did use guns. And the Japanese government made sure to ban them because they wanted to maintain power. But the Samurai... Yeah, they did do that. They did do that thing.
Soured by weird crap.
It's soured by weird crap. Yes, it does. Although back in the old days, it wasn't like that. Like you didn't see anything weird like that in Outlaw Star. Although Outlaw Star did have its own onsen episode, which I've never seen because that did not show up on Cartoon Network. I mean, I hate to say it, but a Goblin Slayer for kids censorship, I could go for that, so I don't have to be weirded out by like the weird sexualization shit.
Oh, fuck, I got stuck.
Now, I don't have a problem with like sexy women or anything. I'm not, you know, I'm not a dweeb, but like, seriously, people, just make the women 18 and over. Come on, how hard is that? 18 and over, that is fine. Like, yeah, why would you want... I guess I know why people would want it, but like, personally, I want somebody who has a job, you know, a job and, you know, some life experience, so you don't have to explain to them what a car is, what a bank account is, what savings are.
What stocks and bonds are.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, give me a nice girl that has a job and a car so they can drive. See, all the YouTube people will tell you they're like, oh, men don't care about women's jobs. I care. I want you to make money. So I'm gonna have to go to work. So do you. But then again, I'm a Southerner because I'm a good old rebel. And down here, we work a lot to be successful. So I guess them Northerners just don't know nothing.
Yeah, I prefer my days off.
Yes. I mean, so do I. Although I had to go to the fucking dentist on Saturday.
Oof. How far?
Oh, just to get a mouth guard. As I grind my teeth in my sleep. It's been causing me horrible headaches and neck pain, so I need to do something about it. I didn't even know grinding your teeth could cause any of that.
Yeah, I mean, it slowly wears down your teeth.
So, you want to get dentures?
Don't feel bad, I gotta get my wisdom teeth taken out this coming Friday.
Ooh, that's not going to be fun. It's not going to hurt, but you are going to not be able to eat any solid food for like 2 weeks. So make sure you have a lot of cream cheese and soup.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna knock me out for it, so...
Well, yeah, the knockout part's easy, because when I went in, they jabbed me in the arm, and I was asleep, and before I knew it, I was awake and leaving the building.
Only part that I dread is the stupid IV.
Oh, it'll take 2 seconds. Like you won't even have time to worry about it. And you know, it's not the worst. It's just the recovery part takes a while, and like you're gonna not be able to eat solid foods.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
Grind your teeth like Quentin Tarantino from Dusk Till Dawn. Yep. Yeah, headaches aren't fun. A hair splinter in your foot that calloused over. Oh my god, that's not fun. 3 mouth guards. Damn.
Die?
I used to have migraines that bad myself a long time ago, but that went away as I got older, thankfully. But fucking grinding my teeth, giving me headaches. Who'd have thought? I guess now when I like bring a girl over, I'm like, let me put in my mouth guard. But then again, you know, it's something that was mentioned to me. It's like, well, at least it shows, you know, a girl that like you at least take care of your health instead of just, you know, like not doing that. So.
And yet, bring a girl over. Hold on, baby. I gotta put on my mouth guard before we can get serious.
It's like, oh dear. Yeah, but that'll be annoying, but whatever. Such is life.
Yeah.
So yeah, this exactly. Yeah, my poor grandfather. He had some kind of dental problem in his 20s, and so by the time he was my age, he did have fake teeth.
Oof.
So yeah, that's why he always told me you better take care of your teeth. You don't want to have false teeth because they were not fun. CPAP machines, I've thankfully never needed one. They sound absolutely horrific, having to wear a fucking mask on your face while you sleep. I have been blessed by divine providence to not have too many medical problems. I just can't see, and that's about it. And once we get technology, some good genetics technology, I'll just have them regrow my eyes.
You could just pull a Geordie.
That could work too, as long as I have a brain implant. Some of them installing spyware on there.
Everything you see, they see.
Yeah, they'd like that. But that's why they got all those flock cameras. I hate those flock cameras. It's like they're everywhere.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Reddit posts about people dismantling them.
Yep, I mean, let's put it this way. If you see somebody dismantling a camera, you didn't see anything. My eyesight's too bad for LASIK. It's that bad. If I wanted to get like some non-glasses, I would have to get surgery to have contacts inserted into my eye. And I'm not ready for that yet.
That sounds painful.
I don't know if it is or not, but I'll wear glasses and contacts. Yeah, Japan is weird about that, you know. They really need to just, yeah. It's all about power when it comes to these, like, something, especially something like that. Now, I'm not a prude when it comes to, like, you know, age gap relationship. I mean, I've done it with a girl that was like 11 years older than me, so I can't say too much bad about that. And you know, like, if you've got a personality that actually exists, and you have things in common, it doesn't necessarily matter. But like when we're talking like below 18, you know it's just people being perverts. Terminator eyes. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't mind having that. Be able to see in the dark. Be able to shoot lasers out of my eyes. That'd be cool. That'd be neat. Talk about shooting lasers out of your eyes. There's a fan animation. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I want to talk about it again. Of Spooderman going after the Seven from The Boys. It's a really cool fan animation. Of Spooderman putting on the black suit and just mopping the floor with him. And I'm like, I could see that. Spooderman, when it comes to like power, people only look at like physical power levels. They don't think about like mental power levels. Spooderman is smarter than Homelander, and he has the power to back it up. He'd be able to devise some sort of means of taking down the Homelandy, and in the fan animation he does. He uses Soldier Boy's like depower ray to depower Homelandy and punch him in the face. And since Spooderman has super strength, it takes his head clean off, son.
Damn.
One of the cool moves that Spoody Man does is he uses a web cartridge to like choke out Homelander first, and it's like, yeah, motherfucker has to breathe. Although that's very inconsistent, like with the show. Like sometimes we see Homelander flying into space, and sometimes we don't.
Did he actually fly into space in the show?
I think it was done for a joke. He like. The creators, of course, hate Elon Musk because they have to.
Oh.
And so he flies Elon Musk into space to kill him. So.
Fascinating.
I guess he can. It's very inconsistent. The creators didn't care about their show. That's why they had Homelander beclown himself, but he finally does get killed.
Yeah.
That pissed off a lot. Even the people at the gun range were pissed off about that. They're like, did you see the ending to The Boys? That was such shit.
I mean, the comic ending is similar but different.
I'm sure it wasn't anywhere near as bad, though.
Well, I don't know if you want me to let you know what happened in it, but...
Oh, I've already seen it. Like, he gets depowered, and then he, like, gets on the ground and is like, oh, suck your, you know what, you know.
Oh, I'm not the one who saw the comic.
Oh, in the comic? Oh, well, what happened with that?
Well, I mean, Billy Butcher is still the one to off him, but, the, oh, is it Noir?
The Batman equivalent?
No, the, whoever is the dude that doesn't talk.
I think that's Black Noir.
Okay. Well, he, in the comics, turns out he's a clone of Homelander. And I think it's him. No. I don't remember. I know Billy Butcher is the one to kill. I think he kills the clone as well.
Yeah.
But the clone and Homelander, I think, end up fighting, and he ends up revealing, he's like, oh yeah, he's a clone of you.
Oh my god. I'm a clone of myself.
Terrifying.
And hello, Zujiris. I think you're the one who told me I used the wrong cover art by accident. I had the Ground Zero instead of the Reckoning one. Made sure to change that. Billy Butcher was way more brutal in the comics. I read the comics ages ago and didn't really like him, so I don't remember too much about him at this point. My favorite of the dark superhero comics is Black Summer. I did a video on that a long time ago now. But Black Summer is where what if Superman kills George W. Bush? And the aftermath of that. It's very much a early 2000s comic that could only work when it came out, but like, it's what if Superman kills George W. Bush and all the aftermath of that. And it's done remarkably tastefully. It could never be done today because, you you know, they'd be like, oh, the Superman was, it's not, obviously not Superman, but it's, you know who it is. It's supposed to be Superman. And the moral of the story is maybe you don't have a superpowered guy making law, because the Superman equivalent just gets more and more unhinged as the comic goes along. All the other superheroes get, you know, tarnished. It's really well done, and I hope Amazon never puts its grubby mitts on it.
Oh, you know they probably will.
Ugh, fucking Amazon. At least they got Masters of the Universe mostly right. I like that movie, even though it flopped. Like, nobody went to see it, but yeah. Evidently it lost money, so... I mean, when I went to see it in theaters, everybody clapped, which the only other time I ever saw that was with Godzilla -1. That was it. Like, most people don't clap for anything, they just walk. I remember when I went to see Godzilla 2014, people were just walking out of that movie, and I don't think that movie was that bad.
No,
I mean, I know people got irritated, but during a lot of the monster fighting scenes, they would cut away from Godzilla.
Yeah. That was really dumb. I know the infamous scene that pissed off everybody, including myself. It's like, you know, Godzilla rocks up to the airport, and it zooms in on him, and he's like, "Rrr," and then it immediately cuts to some stupid kid saying, "It's a dinosaur," and he's like playing with some like dinosaur toys. It's like, really? That's what you do? You think that's a good idea? Why?
Yeah.
Sequence completed. The pumping station. That's my favorite kind of station. Okay, and we want to go over here. Yeah, so I was watching.
Yeah, that was like $40.
Yep. Oh my. So I was watching a YouTube video earlier today on the early 2000s movie called American Movie. It's basically about two stoners that want to make a movie, and it ended up becoming like a documentary. It was very popular at the time. Oh, you bastards. But the moral of the story is, the guy doing the YouTube video is talking about how like video games are a waste of time, and you can use your time more wisely than playing video games. And I'm thinking like, okay, video games are just a means of entertainment. So if video games are a waste of time, that would mean anything that's not active work. Really, am I gonna keep getting knocked over? Evidently, if I just run, I'll make it. The lava scream in Quake 2, yeah, it is pretty rough. But like, if video games are a waste of time, then that would mean that every form of entertainment's a waste of time. Because like, reading a book, like just a regular, you know, like fiction novel, that's not constructive in any way. You're just reading about something that didn't happen. Or like building a model. You know, you spend like, I don't know, like 2 months working on an NX01 model that's like 4 feet long. It takes you a shitload of time to do. You don't really get anything out of that except for a model, so it's like, video games are just a means of entertainment like anything else. It's just funny that like, we're back to that now. It's like, video games are stupid. It's like, what happened?
I would love to see a 4-foot long NX01 model.
Yeah, I got one of those. I was talking about something I made like 20 years ago. The 1/350th scale NX01 by Polar Lights. That took me 2 months to make. It is the is my most impressive model. It's in a box because I have literally no room to display it at all, but it is my favorite. Unfortunately, the nacelle ended up breaking when I moved into the storage room, but that's an easy fix.
It reminds me, there was an Excelsior model kit my dad had. It was like the whole body and everything was custom made as a model kit. But the NX01 or not the NXL one, the Excelsior, I think it's like 3 to 5 feet long when it's fully assembled.
Nice. Those things are huge. You gotta have room for that kind of thing, though. They got a big Lego Executor class Star Destroyer, but I have no room to put it. And that thing is like 3 feet long. It's got like 3,000 pieces.
Is that like $500 one?
Well, it would be if I didn't get the Chinese clone.
Oh.
That was substantially less money. It's literally the same model, except it says Executor class Star Dreadnought instead of Star Destroyer. And instead of saying Star Wars, it says Galaxy Wars on it.
Yeah. Potato, potato.
Exactly, and I'd rather pay, you know, a small amount of money instead of like a dump truck full of money. So I gotta save my dump truck full of money so I can buy stupid mouth guards, because I'm old now. That's just how it goes. Yeah, see, most modern games are a waste of time, although that Doom the Dark Ages is pretty good. I think, like, one could argue that some multiplayer games are maybe a waste of time, but I don't know. You can make a lot of really good memories with multiplayer games.
Well, speaking of the Dark Ages, did you see the new DLC came out?
Yeah, I'm already playing it. I just don't have that much time for it because work and weary and such, but I've gotten to the point where Flint Haggard is finally confirmed to be the canon name of the Doom Slayer. Everybody laughed at everyone laughed at me, but who's laughing now?
What's cool, in, I think, Doom Eternal, there's a password that the Doom guy puts in for something, and it's actually Flynn Taggart.
I love it. The people at id Software must have read those books and liked them.
The only thing that I know some people don't care for, but other people kind of like, is that the Doom universe is now considered a multiverse because of Doom 3.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that though. I mean, you can tell different stories in a multiverse, and it doesn't mean they have to interact at all.
No, I like it.
Yep. Is Doom the Dark Ages worth the price? Now, that's a good question. I always like to say wait for a sale anyway. Because, like, what is that? What are games up to now? Like $80 or something?
Depending.
Now, of course, if you can acquire it legally,
they
that's
did a
not...
sequel.
It's again?
Oh, Hunter was saying they wanted a sequel to Doom 3. I mean, they technically did have one. It was that, oh, what is it?
Resurrection of Evil.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, played that on the Xbox. And on the PC, of course, but first it was the original Xbox. And yet, Revelations did canonize Lieutenant Weems. Even his name's wimpy.
Black Ops 7 is on sale. I guess it sucked that bad.
Oh my. Zoids model kits. Never heard of them. Let's see.
Zoids.
Who would win in a fight? Teal'c or Jason Momoa? That's technically Ronan Dex is his name. There's actually an episode where they do cross over and they do fight, but they leave it a draw. So that no one would get pissed. My money is going to be on Teal'c, because Teal'c is the more experienced warrior. And experience is very important. Let's see, Zoids are basically Gundam, but anthro animals. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Robo-furries! Not the robo-furries!
No.
Not the roberies. The robeasts.
Oh, the Steam Summer Sale is still going on.
Yeah, I got a couple of things on that, but most of the time I don't really need it since I either already have it or can acquire it legally.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I am kind of worried about Steam. Once Gabe Newell dies, and he will die at some point, unless like he uploads his brain to Steam. what's going to happen to all the games? Because we've seen what Sony is doing with their games, where they've gotten rid of physical media. But not just that, they delete games off of people's, you know, accounts, and that's not good. That's very concerning.
Yeah. Only thing I would say is have a computer where all your games are downloaded, and as soon as you have all of them, immediately disconnect it from the internet.
That could work. So yeah, like, that's why legal acquisitions are the best idea, in my opinion, because they're actually yours. They're not going to just disappear one day.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I remember I told that to my ex once, one of my exes from a number of years ago, that, you know, one day they're going to start taking this stuff. And I remember she was all like, they can't do that. That's against the law. And I'm like, not for long. Who's laughing now?
Yeah, they can put in clauses in their stuff to be like, yeah, you know what? We're not partnering with these people anymore, so you're not allowed to have their media.
Yep. And it was originally an argument about, like, Kindle books. You know, about, like, you get stuff on Amazon Kindle, because I didn't want to do it, because it's like, well, what if they decide to get rid of the book? And she was all like, oh, that'll never happen. It has happened. I was right.
Yeah.
I win.
Well, as of right now, Doom the Dark Ages is only, what the fuck? It said, excuse me, it said it was only $23. But then when I go to the actual Storm page, it's $70.
I bet that could be because it's going to combine the DLC, and that's where they get you.
Ow. Oh, yeah, that's, ow. Okay, never mind.
Brain newel. Yeah. The pilots are humans and the Zoids look like animals. Okay. Making physical copies of Steam games. I like that idea. Captain Decker was the worst idea that Gene Roddenberry ever came up with. Nobody cared about no Captain Decker. They cared about Kirk. Everybody at the studio knew that people wanted to see the Shat, and that's why Decker got killed off immediately. Really, it'd been better off if he just hadn't been there. Same way with the not Spock. If they didn't have not Spock, that would have been even better. Instead, they killed him in like a horrible way, along with Kirk's ex-wife. Yeah, in the slow motion picture, they had a not Spock named Zahn.
Oh, I remember Zahn. Okay.
Yeah, and they kill him off in a really horrible way too. Like they get him like turned into a transporter mutant along with Kirk's ex-wife.
Oof.
So, and that's such an inexplicable scene in the movie too. It's like, wait a minute, and then they immediately and for whatever reason they immediately transport Dr. McCoy with the same transporter, and he's fine, except he looks like he just stepped out of the 70s. So, yeah, that movie was a piece of shit. I know people love it for some ungodly reason, but I think it's the worst. I'd watch Star Trek V over that any day. Star Trek V is at least kind of funny. Arcade game. Oh, yeah, that's the. Is the combat shotgun as a modified Doom 64 shotgun? Huh. I look forward to getting further along in that game. I just haven't had time to play in the last couple of days. Okay, where the hell is this thing? Lower the water levels. I thought I did lower the water levels. Unless this is a glitch of some description. No, it says to go... Oh, it's saying to go up. Okay, I must have missed a switch. I must have. Alright. Well, fine, game. Be that way. I can play video game. There we go. Did I miss a switch? No? Probably shouldn't immediately okay, where the hell? Okay. Then I guess it's down here? That's why I like this waypoint marker, because... Oh, I did that the first time I played this. Always forget to grab the bloody key. Well, get up there. Get up there, stepchild. That's such a weird name, but whatever. I wouldn't mind seeing a continuation of the Quake 2 universe, just with a more narrative. I mean, that's why I really like Quake 4. Although I didn't even like Quake 4 at first. That's why the whole hatred towards the Dark Ages is always kind of interesting to me, because it is a major departure, yes, from the original New id games, but I mean, so was Quake 4, and I hated it for that. You know, it's like, oh, what's with all this story, man? But once I was able to give it its due, I changed my opinion on that. Same thing with Wolfenstein 2009. I even had a video complaining about that game, and then once I gave it a chance, you know, it's like I recognized how good it was. I think in the future, people will have less problem with Doom: The Dark Ages. It's one of those that I think will age well. Would I watch Nemesis over it? Ooh, that's a hard choice. I don't know. Nemesis annoys me because, like, it completely ruins TNG, so I don't know. Ooh, that's a hard choice there. I'd have to think about that. Because, like, ooh, yeah. Star Trek Nemesis is... Maybe Star Trek Nemesis is the worst Star Trek movie of all time. That's one of those movies that like, that's the end? That's how you end it? Why? Why would you do this? A generation's final journey begins. And that's it. I will say this, though. I would watch Star Trek Nemesis over Puke Hard any day. Because at least it feels like Star Trek. Hey, Darth, are you making that noise, or is that the game? Oh, I think he went away. Let's see, did he message me? And the answer is no. I think Darth just went AFK. Where'd he go? He got beamed up and turned into a transporter mutant. This is where you can definitely get lost. Okay, so the reason why people hated Star Trek Nemesis is not necessarily because they killed Data. I mean, that definitely is a reason. But this is one of those things where they introduce a new villain named Praetor Shinzon, who the director... Well, for one, the director never even watched Star Trek TNG in the first place, so things aren't quite right in it. There's a new... I was talking about Star Trek Nemesis and why it's not any good.
Oh.
But they introduced a new villain that is the clone of Captain Picard, named Praetor Shinzon. Yeah. That's the whole movie's pretty dreary. Patrick Stewart is basically filled with an inflated sense of self-esteem, and so he's got this awesome car chase, which, when I think Captain Kirk, awesome car chases are not necessarily what I think of.
Nah.
And it just doesn't feel like the end of Star Trek TNG. Okay, it's gotta be like right there, but...
Did you say Captain Kirk or Picard?
Picard. Uh-oh. Demon fish.
Yes. Makes me hate that one from Half-Life.
I do not remember because I've not played Half-Life in like 10 years? Yeah, 10 years.
Oh, there's a... It's called an ichthyosaur. And I don't really care for underwater levels where you're being chased by something that is arguably kind of creepy. So...
Yeah, the old Leviathans are always kind of scary. Isn't there like a submarine game that has like different classes of like sea monsters?
Yeah, it's Subnautica.
Okay.
I hate
I
that
thought.
game.
I've never even played it. Oh yeah, that's another thing. That's a massive retcon where the Romulans have like a slave species called the Remans that they pulled out of their ass. But yeah, the Scimitar is not bad, but it just, I don't know. All the TNG movies except for First Contact I thought were pretty garbage.
So Ron Perlman, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was like he did. I don't think he had any like a speaking role or anything, but he was like Praetor Shinzon's like psychic or something.
Oh yeah, he talked.
Okay, it's been a long time. I will admit I've got it on DVD, so I haven't watched it in a long time, but I do have it on the DVDs. Do you remember what your first ever DVD was?
Actually, yeah. For Christmas, a good number of years ago. Man, that looks like ass. It was a. It was either a DVD of the really old original Superman cartoon, or it was Transformers Armada for the Video Now.
Huh. I didn't even know Transformers Armada had a thing like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about with the Video Now?
I can kind of picture the logo in my head, but I don't remember what that is.
It's essentially like a tiny DVD player that came with tiny DVDs.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I saw a video on that.
They had a non-color one and then eventually a color one.
Wow. A black and white thing because they couldn't fit all the data on there.
Yeah, ironically enough.
That is one of the weirder ones. Like, it kind of reminds me the GBA had such a thing with like some Pokemon episodes. I can't imagine what the bit rate had to be for that on the GBA.
Failed to initialize Vulcan renderer.
But yeah, my first ever DVD was The Wild Wild West with Will Smith. It's kind of funny to think now, but like Will Smith was a big deal for a long time. Because I rewatched a little bit of Independence Day, and it's like Independence Day is a remarkably good movie. Like I still like it, but like Will Smith just had this like natural charisma that, of course, he doesn't have anymore. Keep my charisma out your fucking mouth. But like, oh man, like he was on top of the world, and Wild Wild West wasn't bad. A lot of people hate it now. The wokies, of course, hate it because there's a scene in that I cannot mention, but
No.
But it was remarkably good. It's one of the few steampunk movies like ever made, really, that wasn't terrible. Thomas and the Magic Railroad, Bionicle. Man, Bionicle. I always just assumed Bionicle was like a RoboCop villain. Denzel Washington over Will Smith. I can see that. Denzel Washington's a better dramatic actor, but Will Smith, you know, he had his one-liners, you know. But
iRobot.
oh yeah, I haven't seen that in years. But watching Independence Day, you look at that, and it's like most of those effects were practical. And I was thinking about it, like the reason why practical effects look so much better is because the artists have to know have to make it move in real life, whereas CG can do whatever you want it to do, and a lot of these artists don't know how something would actually move. And thus it, you know, looks fake, even though it might look slightly more realistic. But the only movie that did CG really well, especially for large objects, was Pacific Rim. Like, those Jaegers look badass and still do.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch like the behind the scenes, Guillermo del Toro said he worked very. I don't know if the word exhaustively would be a good word, but he said he worked very hard to make it seem like when you watch the Jaegers actually step onto solid ground, that you could actually basically feel the weight that they had.
Yeah. I remember I saw that opening fucking night. And literally the next day I went to my local comic shop and bought the three figures they had. And they were almost sold out. So I've got Gypsy Danger, Crimson Typhoon, and Kaiju, Codename Knifehead. I still got them, they're just buried in my storage room somewhere.
I unfortunately had to get the toys from the second movie because the first one was already a bit old.
Yeah, and those NECAs go fast. Oh my, we get in trouble for that one.
They really do go fast though, and it sucks.
I still would like to have a NECA figure of Isaac Clarke. And speaking of a NECA figure, I'll be right back. Because, at long last, after months of waiting, I finally have... Oh crap, it's gonna... Let's get this in front of me. There we go. You can kind of see that, I think. Damn it.
Barely.
I know.
There you go.
Fuck it. Because my adaptive background won't let me show stuff, which annoys me, but I finally got my deck, my big deck, from Predator Badlands. It's a pretty nice little figure. You got like a bunch of different heads, some open, some not. Oh, that's really suggestive, isn't it? But he's got like multiple blades. I really like Predator Badlands. I will die on the hill that is my favorite of all the Predator and Alien movies. Or maybe not that much, but still. He said Yautja. But who's laughing now? Yeah, the T-800. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I got a few NECA figures, including the RoboCop versus the Terminator RoboCop. Now that needs to be a movie, but it never will be. Because that was a... Wait a second.
Oh, my emulators are not able to switch to Vulkan. So some of my games are running like absolute crap.
Oh, weird.
So I'm trying to figure out how to, like, XCMU is, I tried to switch Republic Commando over to Vulkan, and it says failed to initialize. I'm like, god damn it.
Huh. Weird. I wonder if that was from an update. That's why I'm always very hesitant to update anything, because like, are they gonna break it? Are they gonna fix it and then break it?
Yeah. Same with RPCS3. I can't use Vulkan. It's like, damn it, why?
That is weird. I haven't booted that up in a while. I've been playing too much Doom the Dark Ages lately.
Yeah.
At least Quake works. I mean, it's better.
I would hope so.
Yeah, evidently you can play Quake, the specific version of Quake 2 co-op. I'd like to try that one day. Has I ever played Quake co-op before? Quake 2 co-op. I played Quake 1 co-op a long, long time ago in a galaxy not so far away. One of the great things about Quake 2, though, is just how much faster this game is compared to Quake 1. Like, Quake 1, to me, Quake 1 is garbage in every way. I mean, like, I know people love Quake 1, they worship it as a god and all the rest, but it's like, oh my god, none of the weapons are powerful. It takes forever to kill the ogres. There's no health. Whereas this game, you know, you got fast-paced music. Look how many hits it took to kill that one guy. 2. Count up 2. Not like 50 separate hits while he's chucking grenades. It's just, the level design is great in this. Doesn't take forever to beat one goddamn level.
That's fair.
Yeah, I know that Quake 1 is, you know, Quake 1 is, I guess you could say, just more of a tech demo than anything else.
I could agree with that.
Whereas this is like, maybe a tech demo, but also a game. And yeah, the ogre was a common enemy, and that's why I like to call it the rye bread. Back in the ancient days, you could get rye bread in, you know, like snack mix, and they would fill it full of that nasty ass rye bread.
Yeah.
Now I don't think they're even in it at all, but like snack mix is kind of crap because of all the affordability crises and such. They took out the delicious little cheese crackers. Now I won't even buy it anymore.
Bastards.
Yeah, I mean, like, these little triangular cheese crackers, you can't get them anywhere. They barely put them in the bag, but they were the whole reason to get snack mix at all. Now they got rid of them. They just put it in fucking Cheez-Its. If I wanted a Cheez-It, I'd buy a Cheez-It, damn it.
You're talking about like Chex Mix?
Yeah, Chex Mix. Let's see, is Kvass? I think that's like some kind of liquor, right?
I don't know.
Born in 2001. Oh my god. That reminds me, Cyrus, you sent me that video of like that comedy video, like people complaining about Spider-Man not stopping 9/11. It's like, technically, if Spooderman was born in 2001, what was he supposed to do? He wasn't even alive yet. Go back in time?
I guess so. Or shoot spider webs through his mom's uterus.
That'd be painful.
That image is disgusting. I apologize.
Quake 2 had much slower weapon switching. Maybe I don't remember. It has been a while since I played like non-remastered Quake. This game's been out for 3 years, by the way. It'll happen to you. Let's see. It open source their engines and licensed them, which was awesome. Yes. Slavic liquid bread. That sounds very, very weird.
Oh, I've heard of that.
So I did not know. Yeah, we got some of our modded weapons, which aren't not modded. Our expansion pack weapons. I'm gonna die. Yeah, dodge this motherfucker.
Okay, finally, the new graphics drivers have been installed.
Uh-oh. Did I cheat again? Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, I can agree with that, Cyrus, but at the same point, sometimes those games kind of just don't have that same feeling anymore.
Or they weren't that great to begin with. Now, like, say, you know, Doom, still good. Quake 2, still good. Republic Commando, still good. But, like, going back to some of those other ones, especially, like, on the Super Nintendo, a little hard, you know, like, say, Super Star Wars.
Oh, shit.
Because there's just some games that haven't aged well.
Well, okay. Updating graphics drivers definitely helped the
Weak
Vulkan.
sourdough beer, huh?
And it crashed.
I guess I never even checked to see if there was a way to disable that. I'm sure there's probably a mod or something. I would not be surprised if there was. Yeah, so I was watching, no, I was scrolling through YouTube while trying to stay awake at work last week. Oh my god, there's just so much of this garbage tier content. I can't tell you how annoying it all is to see. I might have tempted to... Big one?
No, I'm just agreeing. I can't find anything to watch anymore. I'll scroll through like for like 5-10 minutes, like, I don't feel like watching YouTube anymore.
So much of it is, you know, like those AI generated thumbnails until you know it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Ah, there you go.
Steam release of SS2 back in 2014. Allowance in 2014. I was 25 back then. I didn't get no allowance. I had work.
I was 16 back then.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, at least I know that I have not become old. I am ageless. I'm like the Q continuum, right?
I wish I was a cube.
With the magic powers and such. The thing is, like, if ever I met Q, I'd probably end up getting killed because I would basically just roast him. It's like, so wait a minute, you complain about humanity being like evil and terrible, but like, didn't we like solve like these massive amounts of problems? And then why are you hating on us? What about the Romulans? What about the Klingons? What about, you know?
What about the Borg?
Yeah, you know, why are you going after us? We didn't do nothing. We did less than nothing. We've been saving people all day long. It's like,
the Borg's nipples off. See what they do after that.
Yeah.
That made no sense.
That's the thing about Q. I don't like Q as a character or as a concept because it's like, wait a minute. If Q exists, then why can't like people like get him to do anything? Original Unreal.
Yeah.
Never played it. But no, I did play it a long time ago. I didn't play it in the 90s though. I played it in the 2010s.
Oops. That looks slightly better. Oop, wrong controller.
I always considered the Berserker here. I always called him Beethoven because I thought that like his little cables were his hair. You ever look at like the powdered wigs of the 1700s?
I hadn't thought about it that way.
It's the Beethoven bot. Or the box bot, there we go. The music of death.
Yep, just has to have constant music in the background.
He's watched too much Clockwork Orange.
Don't mind.
So I love this game because it's all tech bases, and I love the tech base. Now, next week, we can be taking a look at a Doom WOD that I think is my favorite Doom WOD ever. I only discovered it a month ago. It's called Frayed. It's not all tech bases, but it's like every map is good in that. Like it gets the Doom concept right in that it's short maps, fairly low HP enemies, and you can just kind of buzzsaw through it, and it's just remarkably fun. Like I played through all 4 episodes of it, which I rarely do, and I only needed to cheat like twice. I do hope we get a remaster of Blood 2 because I'd like to play it at all. I'm sure it's terrible, but I kind of want to know. I want to know why it's terrible. But since I like all these based topics, I keep getting recommended like these stupid fucking relationship videos. Oh my god, they're painful. Just seeing the thumbnails. It's like, should you trust your mother? No, because she's a woman. It's like, okay. I mean, like, it's these bitter old bastards. I need to do a video on some of this stuff because I get the feeling that the youth is being led astray by like losers. Like the guy in the movie Companion. Imagine that guy had like a YouTube channel. It's like, why robot women are evil. All I wanted to do was like kill a guy and take his money and use her as a fall guy. What's wrong with that? Yeah, that's a Burger King right there.
Excuse me.
Well, Blood Dead Redemption. That'd be neat. When I do the stream of Frayed, I'm just going to use Brutal Doom Platinum. It's like from 10 years ago, but I love it. I'm sure that mod team has probably updated it many times by now, but I'm literally just using it because why not? Because I'm a lunatic.
Excuse me.
It goes in tight. Get in tight. Is General Lotz the new seat? No, I just said. He just sneezed, I swear. General Lotz is canceled today. Speaking of cancelizations, the blue Newtsy that the Blues were running had to step down For those who don't pay attention to politics, the blue Newtsie was this guy who was running for office, who had literally a Newtsie tattoo on his chest of the SS Durlwanger symbol. Don't look up who SS Durlwanger is. It'll just make you horribly depressed about human life, about how bad humans can be. But yeah, he had to drop out, and I'm very happy to see that. And speaking of dropping out, I found the weirdest news story of the week. Also the most tragic, I suppose. So, imagine if you will, you want to learn how to fly an airplane, okay?
Oh boy.
And your instructor basically unalives himself. Yeah, Graham Plattner's the blue Newtsie. And your instructor decides to unalive himself by jumping out of the plane and saying, allegedly saying, "You've got this." That happened last week in, I think it was Argentina.
Oof.
Like, literally, this guy, his airplane instructor just jumps out of the plane. It's like, look out below. It's like, if you're gonna unalive yourself, just do it in the privacy of your own home. Don't, like, endanger someone else's life because you're fucking stupid.
Or traumatize somebody.
Yeah, because, like, that poor girl, there's a female pilot, or a female pilot trainee, and the guy just jumps out of the plane. It's like, that's without a parachute.
That's, oof.
And on a much funnier story, though, one of those alpha male influencer guys, I forget what his name is now. They all are pretty much interchangeable. Well, anyway, he felt really bad about his height, right? And so he was always like pretending like he was taller than he really was. And so somebody made fun of him on the internet. And he said, "Come to my gym, I'll kick your ass." And so the guy went to the alpha male influencer's gym, and well, what happened? The alpha male and the alpha male's buddies all ganged up on the guy and beat him up. Well, thankfully that alpha male, whatever the fuck his name is, he went to jail for like 5 or 6 years. It's like, good. I don't get why people are so touchy about their height, though. It's such a weird thing to me.
I don't know. I'm okay with being 5'7".
I mean, that's the same height as my grandfather. And I'm not really tall myself, although I'm the tallest of my family, though. I'm 5'9", which is the average height. The Gramps was 5'7", and you'd never know it. That man, he walked in the room and like he had that commanding presence.
Yeah, to be fair, with my work shoes, I'm like 5'9".
Nice. See, I like being 5'9" because it's the same height as Tamora Morrison, and that means I'm as tall as a clone trooper. So, Silver Wings, I'm exactly the height of a stormtrooper, or at least if the stormtrooper was a Camino clone, I guess.
No, I would be. I could be considered a bad batch.
Uh-oh.
He's too short. Give him some kind of special ability as a clone trooper.
Of course, the original, like, Kaminoans would have just, well, killed him. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kaminoans are not nice people. They're foul Xenos that must be slain. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Playing this, like, fair? Why would I play fair when I can just cheat in health? Yeah, I got a lot of hilarious comments on my Doom the Dark Ages video. They're like, "Oh, you're just not good at games, and that's why you don't like Doom Eternal?" It's like, really? I just don't like the style of game, Dumbo. Your
I don't
game
play it the same way that everybody else does, and
People get annoyed by that.
Yeah, that can happen.
You're not following the meta, man.
Yep. And my thing about that is like, I'm just playing a game here, pal. That's it. Oh crap, that's acid. It's boiling acid. Gonna drop some acid or drop into some acid. I got negative comments on my Slayer's Testaments video, which is the Quake 1 demake of Doom Eternal. God damn it. Of Doom Eternal, like, oh, why would you want to turn off the glory? God damn it. Glory kills. Because they're boring. God damn it. Okay,
After a while.
Yeah, I'm not going to use the keyboard. I'm going to keep using the controller. Because I don't want to jostle my microphone. Haha.
I remember why they considered this the worst Transformers game.
Which one is that?
It's called Rise of the Darkspark. They basically just took the same engine and a lot of shared assets except for the parts on Earth for Fall of Cybertron, and just basically made a really kind of crap game.
Huh.
So they got rid of the true multiplayer, which was PvP, and it was all basically just like Slayer but with Transformers from Halo.
Yeah, I know. I used to play that all the time.
So
Acid. Psst. This is what I miss about the 90s. Look at those jubblies. I totally would. Wouldn't even think twice about it. It's like, that's the sex robot you may not want to get into though, because I don't know, she might have a robogina. It might chafe a bit.
reminds me of people wanting to fuck RC from Transformers Prime.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna knock him for that. I mean, she was pretty hot.
Yeah. Some of the fanfics I've seen are a little bit. I guess I could say.
Oh dear. Exactly so ways. I didn't really look at Graham Plattner's like talking points because it's just like the fact that he had a, you know, the SS Durlwanger symbol on there is just like, he can have the platform he says all he wants. It doesn't mean he's gonna do it.
No.
Oh yeah, the Democrat Socialists of America put out their platform, which is basically turn the United States into the UK. Like, I'm not even joking, like, or exaggerating. Their whole thing is like to turn the United States from a constitutional federation of states to a parliamentary system, which there's no way you could do that. You'd have to have a constitutional amendment, which they wouldn't get the states to agree to, so that's what I say to that. Oh yeah, people did like to compare me to Bane from Dark Knight. I forgot about that. Hey, you know what? Look, Tom Hardy. I don't know. Maybe I sounded different back in 2012 or so. I don't know.
Not that I remember.
Yeah, the only reason I left CGR is because they didn't. If I posted a video on there, I couldn't post the like. So let's say I put a video out on Quake 2. If I wanted to make a longer, more in-depth Quake 2 video, they didn't let you do that. And so, like, I kind of lost my freedom to do what I wanted to do. So it was like, well, I'm gone. But it was fun enough to work on that. It definitely got my channel a bit of a shot in the arm, so.
They said you have a very posh-sounding British accent.
British? This is America!
Attack leader to Recon 4, airstrike marker stolen by GAC raiding party. GAC's heading back to industrial complex.
Say GAC? Weird. British accent, eh? I used to have the thickest Texas accent you could ever imagine, but unfortunately I ended up losing it. Mainly because people just made fun of me too much for it, and so I just started talking differently. And then it kind of got stuck. I've tried to bring it back, but it's been rather difficult. Beat for the cornfields.
Attack leader to Recon 4, airstrike marker stolen by GAC raiding party. GAC's heading back to industrial complex.
I don't know why they're saying GAC. Should they be saying Strog or something? Weird. I need the
Nah, they're just
airstrike
choking
more.
on blood.
Yep. But yeah, people have said I sound British, which is very strange. Very, very strange. It's like... Although I've had somebody compare my voice to like Jerry Seinfeld, I'm like, you know, I can kind of live with that. He's got a lot of money, so... It's not too bad. At least my voice is, you know, not too deep, not too light, just nice right in the middle. What the hell is this airstrike marker?
Those times where you wake up and it is really deep for no reason.
Oh yeah, that does happen. Get to those. Oh, okay. It's those weird like lizard things.
Oh
Bloody
shit, that's
is
killing me.
bloody. Indian. You're not the first person to say that, but no.
Indian. Oh.
No, I'm not an H-1B. You don't have to worry about that.
Excuse me. Shit.
I'm sort of an indeterminate look, I suppose. I've just been referred to as caramel throughout the years. So, chicks dig the caramel.
Gex continuing on southerly track through complex.
The Council of General Lotz has determined you are Indian. You good?
Yeah, it just looks like I'm choking.
Damn, Don.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Don't die on stream.
No, because like I drank that wrong. That's some strong water, all right. Whew. The Gex and the repair bots replaced the mutants and medics. Huh.
You die, I can't take your place.
All right. At least I didn't do as bad as one of those streamers where it turns out he had a diaper on.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Dirk's now entering water treatment plant.
I had that happen once where I was trying to drink some water and I just started coughing at the office right during the middle of COVID, so they thought I had COVID. It's like, no, I'm just trying to drink water here, and I started choking on it, and it's like, ugh.
Just went down the wrong tube.
Yeah. There's a Star Wars comic where like people think that like Darth Vader's choking somebody, but somebody's just choking on some coffee. It's like, oops. Like, Darth Vader doesn't choke everybody. I mean, I'm sure Padme enjoyed it, but you know, it's like he's very selective who he chokes. And she's into some weird stuff. Monster infighting. Man, he's just getting his ass kicked. And these new like generics are a little tough. Kicked off the bus for coughing because I thought yeah, that's not fun. Tonsil stone. Yeesh. That's not fun.
Those make your breath stink.
Huh. I never had my tonsils removed because I never had a problem with it. They function.
I still got mine.
They still work. Give me all the sweet, sweet grenades. I will admit, the one or two times I went into the multiplayer but without bots, I will admit the jumping sound effect for the female Marines, it kind of aroused young General Lotz, not gonna lie.
Recon 4, be advised, Gex have exited facility and entered Badlands. I'm proceeding with my
Fake a laughing fit too. Yeah, it's crazy to think 2020 was 6 years ago. It all happened to you. 2013 was 13 years
Yeah,
ago.
13 years ago.
Yeah, that's just nuts. For carrier for code, it's gotten it but me. Yeah, thankfully I haven't gotten it because I work from home and all the rest. Still working remotely, which I like, which means my car is safe and can be used just for fun stuff instead of having to do that god-awful commute.
Yeah, I wish I didn't have to do that, but at the same time, I get to use my Buick Regal that has a turbo in it, and I love hearing that thing whine when I hit the accelerator.
Nice. Yeah, I just like my little, I got a little Nissan Versa hatchback. Had it for 7 years. It may not be that fast, but you know, it's cheap to repair.
Good on gas.
Yeah, it gets good gas mileage. Oh man, Skyrim 2011. That's just 2011 is one of those things like that. Just feels like that was like yesterday almost.
Recon 4B advised Gex Edwards of the facility and entered Badlands. Proceeding with marker to Gex there.
Okay, we need to use a submachine gun. One of the interesting things about this game is that since this predates like the global war on terror, which I think is what popularized the combat rifle, you don't actually have a combat rifle. You have either a submachine gun or a shotgun. And until like GWAT, ARs and stuff like that weren't really that popular in video games. Which I always found kind of interesting is like you'd be well suited with just a basic infantry rifle instead of a submachine gun or a shotty gun. Something a little more powerful, just a little. Okay, we need to go with that. I like the fact these enemies can like duck, but I also hate the fact they duck my shots. I mean, that's some pretty good AI. I don't know that was added in by the mod, but not the mod, by the remaster. I keep calling this a mod, but it, whatever. These kids and their remasters and their Quake 4s, I just don't understand it. Things about Nissan. Yeah, Toyota and Honda are pretty good, but Nissan, depending on the year, can be really good. Toyota is so expensive though. Like, oh my god, like you are paying for the quality, but it's still very expensive. Like a basic Toyota sedan is usually like $5,000 or $10,000 more than anything else. The new Elder Scrolls game, I can guarantee it'll be garbage because it's going to be even shallower than Skyrim, shallower than Fallout 4, and it's going to be filled to the brim with idiocy. Ooh, that was something I was thinking about last week as well. Chihiko, you remember Road to Hell Retribution?
Yeah, I do.
That was considered the worst game ever. I would play that over Dustborn any day.
I don't think that game was ever actually able to be completed because of the one highway where you start going down and you just fall straight through the road.
Huh. I do not know because I've never played it, but like just watching like gameplay videos, it's like, can you imagine how far we've fallen in terms of gaming? Where like Road to Hell Retribution was the worst game, and now Dustborn is like worse, and that was made on a budget of like $1 billion and financed by the Norwegian government.
Well, yeah, plus that game had a fully clothed sex scene, which was extremely awkward to watch.
At least it acknowledged that sex existed, and it was, well, a sex scene between a man and a woman, so. And it didn't have an annoying song and dance number about how the Dustborn are the, and I'm quoting here, new porn. Yes, really. Produced by the Norwegian government.
What was that?
I said, and Dustborn was produced by the Norwegian government.
Oh.
Well, actually, no, I take that back. I don't know if they produced it or if they funded it. It's one or the other. Let's see what time is it. Okay, we got 10 minutes to go. Where the hell do we need to go? There it is. I don't know who thought that Dustborn would make for good propaganda. No one's gonna buy that. We've just been talking about cars and sex robots. And cars that drive sex robots.
And robots that drive car sex robots.
Yep. It's like Optimus Prime needs a date.
He becomes his own date.
Oh my. I mean, where does the trailer go?
I think they made a joke about that in either Robot Chicken or Family Guy.
Yeah, I think I remember. Although, to be fair, in the show, there is a scene where it just teleports off screen, so. A video about the downfall of Bethesda, and I have to say I agree with everything it says. I like Oblivion, though. I'm from the government. I'm here to fund your game. Yeah, that's... Uh-oh. Yeah, it's one of those things where... there's another topic I think a lot in any given day, okay? My job is not mentally stimulating. It stimulates the bank account, and that's all I care about. But it was the concept of, cars and guns. Cars and guns kind of represent independence, freedom, because a car gives you the freedom to go where you want to go, when you want to go, and how you want to go. You're not stuck on a train or a train timetable. And guns allow you to provide for your own defense. You know, you're not just helpless and waiting for somebody to maybe show up. It's something that I think people don't quite recognize just how important both of those things are. And that has been my esoteric thing for the day. Also, how did Jordan Peterson get so popular? I clicked on one of his things just because I was curious. I never listened to a Jordan Peterson thing, and it sounded like he had just dropped acid and was like, and Sleeping Beauty represents a child going into the world, and Maleficent, which I think is the Angelina Jolie character, represents the fear of the world, man. It's like, oh my god, dude, just cut down on the whatever. It's gonna make you say that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe some of his other stuff made a little more sense, but it's like, oh, come on. Way to suck the fun out of that thing.
That's most of Hollywood anymore. They're fun suckers.
Yes. I mean, that's not the only thing they're sucking, I would imagine. I mean, how do you think the chick who played Supergirl got her job?
Tax dollars.
And also probably some private time with James Gunn's James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they did change the red crosses to green because I think, what was it, the UN complained, it's like, oh, you don't want that associated with it. It's like, oh, fuck off. Yeah, fuck off, UN, unless you can fund yourself.
Yeah, there were two things I was going to mention. I had gotten, I think I had already mentioned it, but I had gotten this mecha predator from the Concrete Jungle game. It's one of those. It's one of those predators that gets bioengineered.
Oh yeah, one of the mini bosses.
Yeah, it actually lights up.
Huh. Neat.
Its head lights up, and then I recently found out that there's a battery compartment on the back that I didn't know about. I was like, oh, well, the back lights up too, and so does part of is a chest piece.
So would you say it's backlit?
Oh yeah.
No front lighting for us.
Mm-mm. Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, that sounds like a pretty neat design. Which mini boss is it though? Is it the green one or one of the ones with the mask?
No, he doesn't have a mask. The Stoneheart Predator, if that sounds familiar.
So it's the big muscle one then.
Yeah.
Okay.
No mask, but I think you fight. I think you fight him before Hunter Borgia.
Yeah, okay, I know what you want to talk about. Man, that guy was hard. Was not an easy boss. Make medkits red again? Yes. Yeah. I don't have that many Yautja figures. I just got like Deck and Dashende.
I'm wanting to get Deck and the Feral Predator if I can.
I never was a big fan of the feral guy. He just looks too much like some kind of hobo that somehow stole a starship and went hunting.
Yeah, I know his... Oh, God.
I was gonna say, he's a predator that does a lot of meth. Space meth.
Yeah, I can see that.
He does the meth. I don't know how one does meth, nor do I want to know. Do they smoke it? Do they...
Yeah, they smoke it.
Okay. It's like, I don't know. I'm not a drug guy. Oh, crap. Well, I got 3 rebreathers, so I might as well use it.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna say, I don't remember if you remember, but during the Jedi Academy streams, there was some projectile that you were wishing that you could also force push back, and you actually can.
Huh.
You can use force push on the rockets, the Stoker concussion rifle. You can actually push those back at the enemy.
I did not know that. Okay. I knew about the rocket, but I didn't know the Bram Stoker rifle.
Yeah, that one that one requires a little bit more precise timing, but you can do it.
Yeah. That's what I love about old games. They're shit that you miss even if you have played it for the last 20 years.
There's something else you could do, but I don't remember what it was.
Let's see, what prop? I would like to just have a pulse rifle prop. I've come close to buying them, but if you want to get a good one, you got to pay a shitload of money, and I just don't have a costume that goes with it.
Yeah, a good one's like $600.
So yeah, it's just like, that's a lot of money. I think the most I ever paid for a prop gun would be, I think I paid like $200 for a DC-15 carbine. They did a good job on it. It was a very good 3D print job, but... So we got a few more minutes.
Fair enough.
Oh, there it is. Okay, that's very easy to miss there. Like the platforming just isn't quite good with that controller, but whatever. We'll survive. Remember when I got Quake 4 for Xbox 360? It was supposed to come with a Quake 2 disc, and they would never include it. Like, you had to ask specifically for the Quake 2 disc, otherwise they just wouldn't give it to you. It was really annoying. I do think these Geks are probably influenced somewhat by Unreal. They give me Unreal vibes. They give me the vibes. Who was the red and yellow samurai predator? That is probably a Concrete Jungle thing, or that's just one they made up.
Oh, that one's actually for sale right now on NECA's website. Hold on.
Yeah, 'cause I haven't seen that one before. I think if I get another Yautja, it'll probably have to be just Jungle Hunter. I'm sure that's a fairly common one at this point. Grab it!
It's a Predator Hunting Ground skin.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should play that game at some point, but I don't know. Just, I'm not a big fan of that kind of multiplayer game.
If it was a bit different, I wouldn't mind. single player hunter
Meth was
predator
made from.
game.
It's some kind of blue thing, right? And so last week, my mother and one of her friends actually went to go see the Minions movie, and apparently it's supposed to be pretty good. She went to see it like in the afternoon, and evidently it's a movie that's done well enough that even adults are going to go see it. And they're thankfully like providing like 2 theaters, one for the adults and one for the chillins.
Oh.
So that does bring up an interesting topic though about how like if you're an adult, should you go see like a movie made for children? And I'm thinking like if you're an adult, you can see whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly.
And if you want to watch, you know, the Minions, I don't know if I could stand the weird banana people movie, but like if it's just, if you just want a movie that you can turn your brain off for, I can imagine that's one of them. That sounds like a very turn your brain off kind of movie. So you see on like social media all the time, it's like, oh, you need to watch age-appropriate movies. It's like, well, what are you supposed to do when you turn like X number of years old? You're supposed to go see like crime dramas or whatever, or just historical dramas, or
And once you get into your 60s, all you can watch is Golden Girls.
God, I've never actually watched that show, but I've like seen it on like a TV that I wasn't trying to pay attention to, and oh my God, that looks like the most annoying thing known to man.
Ironically enough, my parents had the entire series and they would watch it on TV very often when I was younger.
Oh dear. Oh yeah, what were the Minions doing from 1939 to 1945?
No, we don't talk about that.
Yeah. And the better question is, what were they doing from 1945 to 1991? Okay, what time is it? Oh, we've been going 2 hours. All right, we're gonna call it here. We can't do the airstrike because I'm lost. Even with the bloody there we go. Even with the compass. But yeah, Quake 2 still badass. Still enjoy that bloody game. Next week we'll be doing some Doom modding with Doom Frayed. Until then, I'm General Lotz.
This is Darth Hiko.
And I can wish you good weird samurai predator and big titty robo chick. Whatever makes you happy.